Okay, then let's jump into the action. The Order of the Sheep show match, DauT against Hera. 5 games played with fun civilization matchups here. And Incas against Burmese, something we don't see too often. Dave, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, this is something that is not too common, right? You might see it in a ladder game once in a blue moon, but I honestly can't remember the last time I saw this matchup on Arabia. Maybe on some form of arena tournament or something like that, some more closed map. We get to see this more often, but DauT is going to start out with the Incas here. And Hera is going to go for the Burmese. So DauT using his infantry civ and Hera using his monk civilization right off the bat. And we know that Hera loves to use the Burmese. He's spoken about it before. Feels like the first wood upgrade to get automatically is huge. And that their tech tree isn't all that bad. Even just missing that second armor. He's mentioned that it doesn't really matter in Castle H, which you can disagree with if you want. That's just Hera speaking.
And this is Hera's style as well, right? He's not the guy that easily invests into 15, 20 elite skirmishes where the second armor is that needed. He's more of a guy in knights, maybe some mangonels, or maybe dictate with crossbows yourself, and then the second armor is not that important. So I think it hurts someone like MBL more than it hurts someone like Hera.
I mean, Hera's the guy that holds a 3 mangonel push with 4 non-elite skirms, right? Like, so, I mean, does he really care if there's a +2 armor or not? Probably not, because he's trying to save as many resources as he can, put it into his economy, right? He's just that good. Anyway, this generation for both of them is very open, Nilly. I mean, we got this back wood line here for Hera, so you can see the potential of the walls, but he's going to have to defend this gold at the front. And then we look at DauT. Gold at the front, secondary gold in front of that, main stone to the side as well. So it's a pretty similar setup for both players.
And Hera even changed his plan. He built the mill initially, but then thought better of it and is now playing Pop 19 Archer defense, while DauT plays Pop 20. Not really the guy that played super early uptimes, especially something we saw when he faced Slam in the KOTD qualifier, was up to a few later every single time.
Yep. This was standard start, right? Is this Nineville start? Or, standard start. Okay.
This is
trying to do the math in my head.
I think they wanted, like, the Order of the Sheep wanted to give them proper KOTD practice as well, right? So, like, screwing it or, like, squeezing in some other settings now could be really confusing for the players.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the walls coming up from Hera. Barracks is on the way right now, and he's going to be in Feudal Age in 40 seconds here. DauT will be going for the men-at-arms approach, and the militia are already on the way over. Hera has not scouted DauT's side yet. He's been busy pushing in all of the ostrich, and he's actually going to miss these militia coming through, so he can expect a men-at-arms push, especially with DauT's score. But he's not going to confirm it until they arrive at his gold. And that's what you basically give away when you're spending all your time pushing in those ostrich. You don't have that advanced scouting.
Yeah, quite interesting that he went for all 3 of them, quite greedy. Hera's still a small hole next to his gold. Men-at-arms could go in there, poke a bit, but I think it's close enough to the town center that not too much should happen, and Hera sees it, fixes that hole. DauT follows it up with his arch range. So, will be an interesting approach. Probably some skirms added behind those men-at-arms.
And DauT, 0 seconds vital TC time with this too, so the build worked out perfectly fine. And now he's going to loop around with these militia. What would you do with these? Would you go and attack a house? Would you try and squeeze in and look for value? Or would you just wait for your archers to arrive?
The thing is, if you attack a house, you're not really doing too much, right? The archer will scare you away. So the most important thing is to keep those men-at-arms alive. And then men-at-arms plus skirmishes sounds a lot more scary than men-at-arms on their own and skirms on their own.
Just trying to pull the archer out of position. I think DauT knows that Hera's never going to fall for that, but he has to try it anyway, right? Double back on that archer. Hope that Hera has a misclick here or there. And here comes the first skirm. His eagle does have more HP than that scout.
Oh,
And he's going to get another hit on it. So that's actually really good for DauT that he has 18 HP still left on this eagle.
Make it 14, make it 10. And Hera, well, 3 archers, fletching coming in. Now goes for the stable behind this as well. Pushed away from that gold potentially. But obviously DauT further away from getting fletching here. Still no blacksmith from him.
And there goes the scout, and there goes the eagle from DauT, but he added in another one. And he's got the skirms here, and Hera is classic Hera defense here. It just seems remarkably unconcerned about this military. And maybe his confidence is scaring DauT away, because DauT runs away from that gold, which is interesting. Couldn't you just sit there with the skirms?
I think so as well. Maybe he didn't know that everything was walled up there at the right-hand side. Felt like the skirmishes, obviously only tickling villages, couldn't really achieve too much. But it felt like that's the best spot to do damage for now. Hera even ballsy enough to send more villagers towards the gold.
I mean, like, and he's just sitting there on the gold, and DauT isn't picking away at these villagers at all. Now he picks away. It's almost like Hera's lack of concern for this is making DauT extremely nervous. It's like getting in his head.
Soon 3 scouts for Hera, and that army isn't that great, especially if you lose some HP on your men-at-arms now. Hera, impressive how calmly he defends this.
But like, you can defend it calmly when the guy's not even... He's not even attacking your villagers. I understand skirmishers don't do any damage. But he's not doing anything with them.
Well, damages the mining camp a bit. KD so far 1-1. And now the scouts are arriving. DauT still without any spearmen. 3 men-at-arms, 2 eagles. Won't be that great. And DauT scared and is retreating. Probably has to wait for fletching.
He's waiting for... He's seen the scouts, so now he's waiting for fletching, like you said. And he's going to back up to this area. It is amazing to me that as the game is now paused for me, looks like it's paused for you as well. It's just amazing to me that, like, if DauT sits there on the other side of the goal with the skirms, he could pick away at these vills, maybe stall out gold production, make things a little bit messy for Hera. Are you going to kill a villager? Probably not. But instead, he's kind of running around the mining camp. That whole sequence there was very strange to me. Very, very strange.
It was reasonably close to the town center, right? So DauT never felt, okay, I couldn't really go from the right-hand side of the mining camp. Left-hand side was walled off. I think that some crazy players would go more aggressively here. I know, like, Ikazwa would build a forward tower to pressure this gold.
It was just strange. I'm just talking about, like, stand grounding the skirmishers on the left side of the gold, just to make it awkward for Hera. You force him to try and commit, right? Force him to commit, and then maybe he makes mistakes. But if you're just responding to every single time his archers move behind, and the archers aren't even getting within range of your infantry, I feel like you're wasting an opportunity. But still, I mean, Hera defended that super calmly. It was like he wasn't nervous about that at all, and he just kept the villagers churning away at that gold mine, keeping the gold coming in and keeping the archer production up, and then adding the stable, of course, behind that. He's getting his farms up too. Hera, not really concerned with getting horse collar either. That's another thing where, of course, horse collar is going to be tough with an archer range and a stable build, but that's another thing that I've noticed from Hera. He's perfectly content. Even if he opens scouts, if he doesn't want to spend that food initially, perfectly content to go without horse collar and just have it for the second round of farms.
Yeah, or even delays it longer than that, right? He even made a short video, I think like 2-3 weeks ago, where he even posted like, horse color really not the thing that pays off too quickly, and I rather want to save those resources and try to find a momentum. And look at that defensive tower for him now. Tries to go for the counterattack, and DauT's army obviously slightly slower. Oh, this is tricky. He's not walled. Has to be placing down a tower himself.
Yeah, he's putting down a tower. The scouts probably aren't going to deny that tower. They could probably get one villager if Hera really wants to commit there. He's in on the wood line. Got to be nervous with this because there's 11 villagers there, and there's a spearman now out, and Hera has maybe gotten a little bit too aggressive here, Nilly, as he's trying to get out of dodge. And he's going to have to loop around. At the same time, DauT is pushing in, and the men-at-arms, keeping them alive. You're finding a lot of value from them now because they break through these houses quite quickly.
And that was a lot of HP lost there for Hera. Still KD 1-1, not a lot of like losses, but lots of HP losses there for sure. Bloodline certainly helped out. And seems like Hera maybe misjudging the situation a bit. There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Hera's coming back with the scouts, though, and he's kept up the production. He's got 6 scouts now. A few of them are lacking HP, like we said before. Hera does lose the first villager of the game behind those houses, and he's investing a lot of wood into preventing this army from coming in, but he has done it.
We see DauT now going towards the right-hand side. Overchop potential. Overchopped, actually. But I think Hera, like, his eyes should be here.
Yeah. Hera seems like he's going to be fine, and that's just like single palisade there. Although the villager is weak, so DauT might actually get that. And the palisade has not been completed, and DauT's going to cause havoc in here. He's going to lose this entire army. How many villagers can he take with him? There's one. There's a second one. There's going to be a third death here. And fourth?
4 dead in total. So I think it will be stuck at 3 in this engagement. DauT loses everything. And he can't be too unhappy, right? 3 men-at-arms traded off, some archers, skirms traded off. Yeah. He wants to go towards eagles anyways.
I mean, he's got a market, Nilly. DauT's a very happy man, right? He killed 5 villagers from Hera, and he's got a market. Like, what more can you ask for? I think the only thing that maybe he would like right now is a few more walls, especially protecting the farms somehow, but at least his gold is protected right now. His woodline is still kind of under threat if the archers get on the other side, but he does have continued skirmisher and archer production. So maybe he can push those range units away, and he's on the way to the Castle Age. Hera, surprisingly, not that far behind after going archers and scouts with no market.
Such
Crazy
a
eco
clean
balance.
economy. Yeah, it's pretty sick. 2 spearmen there, trying to guard the mill. Still only 2 barracks. DauT desperately needs to afford a third one. Has the wood for it. Bit surprised that he isn't prioritizing that yet. Archer's now raiding.
Yeah, this woodline is brutal, isn't it? It's just, and he doesn't really have another option. The woodline to the left, I mean, the scouts could be out there. They could loop around at any moment. Defending your woodline like this with archers from the other side is just never... It's just so awkward.
Yeah. Like, the archers can simply pick it away, right? And how do you position yourself perfectly here? And yeah, some will be idled. Even add some more skirmishes here for the defense. Scouts can just chill there as well. Surprised that DauT didn't lose a will yet, but some are really low HP now.
It's remarkable to me he's hanging around here.
Oh,
like, I guess he needed... he doesn't have enough wood for a lumber camp, I suppose.
And even if you move
Auto
out...
Farm screwed him, dude. Auto Farm screwed him. He had enough, and then he reseeded automatically. And now DauT is just like, all right, screw this. I can already hear it. Just screw this. I'm sending all of these to gold. We're going all in eagles. I got 3 barracks. I'm just going to try and overwhelm this guy.
And he reseeded another farm.
Oh, no. Oh,
look at the traffic jam at the gold as well. Pretty horrible there. Now he's Castle Age. +3 attack for those eagles. Goes aggressively. Is Hera thinking about intercepting this one? Feels like it. DauT can take a good fight if Hera offers it to him.
And he can send the villagers back to the woodline because they're going to get that armor upgrade with Castle Age. So I guess they're a little bit harder to kill. Now as he gets a lead eagle and he gets squires and he's chasing this archer army. Hera gets to the Castle Age, but he's at risk of losing his entire army before... I don't know if it's going to be before Crossbow comes in, but certainly before Bodkin, I think.
10 seconds to go. Will be tricky to micro here. Squire certainly helping out. Those archers maybe eating some more hits and now trying to micro. Get some eagles.
I like the fact that DauT followed this up with range units as well over to the crossbows, adding some value. And the Eagle Warriors going to clear that up. As light cav for Hera. actually pushing back the other eagles, and he's got more crossbows looping around to that wood line. DauT only sent high HP villagers back there, though. So, good job there.
Sick. Was that intentional? Did he micro that?
I mean, if you asked him, he would say it was.
Now villagers have to fight, still benefiting from the armor as you mentioned earlier, but still some villagers going down here. And that means Lightcap traded off, but DauT can't mind this too much. Military count 6 to 24.
Yeah. DauT can't mind this at all. Look at the villager count there. Like, DauT's only lost 3 vills throughout this entire process. And he killed 5 from Hera before. He just has to remember that he killed those vills. Sometimes you're in a situation like this, you forget about all the early damage you did, and you've just been looking at your economy, right? But I think DauT will realize that he's in a really pretty decent position in this game, considering everything that just happened.
Tries to take the fight in the center. There's still only one stable for Hera. Can't really mess up his knights. And now trying to group up with both armies and then maybe launch an attack towards the gold. Maybe finds more damage than in the early game.
When do you consider sending villagers forward here from DauT? Or are you just all in on the eagle spam?
There's the defensive tower, right? That makes monks less attractive. Enough crossbows that monks aren't that great. I don't think siege can be guarded too well. I think full eagle spam is actually the way to go.
Okay. And, like, he's just running right under the TC. He's got to be concerned, though. A lot of those eagles are low HP. Feels very confident with the amount of numbers he's sending in, but those eagles are going to melt. And, of course, Hera saving the knight on 8 HP, just like Hera always does. And only losing 1 knight throughout that engagement, but more eagles are on the way. 7 in the queue for DauT.
Worker efficiency horrible for Hera. Now has so many villagers in the town center and tower. More eagles now at the gold. Crossbow still happily doing some damage, but only found 2 kills during all that time.
DauT. You can only send in eagles to their death for so long.
Is he overextending here?
I think he did. Like, he managed to kill 3 extra villagers from that, but he just lost so many units. Look at the KD, 56-39 favor of Hera. That TC has 11 kills just from that fight alone.
So the town center did all the damage, not the crossbows. Now market for Hera behind this as well. New eagles with full HP arriving. Crossbows need to be guarded. Not sure if Hera needs light cav right now. Probably anticipated the monk switch from DauT, but didn't arrive yet.
DauT also going on to stone here, Nilly. So maybe thinking about a DauT castle at some point in the future if he keeps up the eagle spam. I like the light cav here from Hera. Send a couple of those over to the side, and DauT is actually adding in a monastery as well at the same time. But DauT has to be a little bit concerned about the knight crossbow combo here from Hera. Can be pretty deadly against eagles if you have enough knights in front.
Right now we have 5, 2 more in the queue. Also gets husbandry to chase those eagles down a bit better. Lightcav taking some damage, but so far DauT without an attack upgrade on his infantry.
Where's the monastery from Hera to heal the knights? We know it's coming after he takes a big fight. He'll put one down.
For now, it's him going on to stone at the front as well. Now sees quite some units. Can he snipe the monk? Will be tricky. Snipes the eagles first.
And more crossbows on the way, more light cav on the way as soon as he sees that monk. Doesn't really have the gold to sustain knight production right now.
Oh, ballsy that he goes for that relic. Ay. Oh, Hera, he's aiming for it.
Yep. That was really nice from DauT, though. Got right in the middle of the eagles. Can't quite get the conversions. The eagles take an engagement against the knights, and the knights are going to clear all of this up. It was a nice block on the monk, but maybe you should have just let it go.
I didn't have the numbers.
Just let that monk die.
But most of the crossbows are dying right now. Maybe a time for pike switch here for DauT. Only 16 farmers right now, and next monk likely to die.
Yep. Oh, we can just see it kind of slipping out of DauT's control, right? Hera didn't lose any knight numbers in that engagement. He's got 11 right now. And knights will beat eagles in equal numbers. So DauT will just need to keep up the production, keep the monks coming out, but Hera has 2 solutions to those monks. Crossbows and light cav. And now Hera's going for a second TC forward, and he's just slowly starting to secure his base. He's in a really good position right now, Nilly.
Yeah, and it feels like DauT just waiting to get enough stone to get a castle, and then play Khmer. And Burmese, not really the civilization that has great answers against Khmer. No, he
like
adds another
Arambai.
barracks. Yeah, Rambai, we're so far away from that, though.
Yep. Hera constantly splitting his army apart, right? He knows the Eagles are in no position at the moment to collapse on the crossbows, so he's got the crossbows over to the other side, sending the knights in at the back as DauT attempts to go for another TC. He's got a decent villager count here, but how is he going to deal with these armies all over the place? Hera's into the farming eco right now. DauT is going to lose at least 2 villagers. Probably 3 or 4.
Make it 4, 5, 6. Ay. That raid is paying off, and there's no army coming over to deal with that.
Yep, loses a monk at the top, too. As the Eagles try and respond. Now, the good thing for DauT is that he has villagers to lose, right? He's got 72 versus the 55 from Hera. But he's not really killing any of these raiding forces. Hera is saving everything at low HP.
Crazy.
And just running away, and he's going to come back another day.
At the bottom now, 1 monk, maybe trying to go for some conversion. It just felt like DauT went for the monastery a bit late, right? You want to see it maybe forward, maybe a bit more aggressively, but even for the defense, could have worked out for him way better.
DauT's trying to find the full HP knight, and he doesn't get the conversion. Nilly is going to be frustrated about that one. And Hera picks off another villager and runs away. Still 75 vills for DauT, 60 villagers for Hera as he goes for his 3rd TC. And Hera is not really close to a castle. DauT can place one in a second here. Maybe if he gets one up on that hill, he's going to be in a okay position.
In front of his gold could make life way easier. Kind of interesting that he built the 4th town center in the back there next to the gold when it felt like woodlines were so exposed at the front. Maybe another town center, not for villager production, but for safety could be a thing. And I like this castle from DauT.
Yeah. You could also add in some walls like north of that woodline where he's being harassed right now to the edge of the map. And then funnel everything towards that. Because right now, Hera is just running all over the place with these light cav, right?
Yeah. Now goes for the healing that he anticipated as well. Look at those light cav again, finding some damage there against the stone.
Just classic Hera.
Yeah. But he goes for the defense. Castle is up. Khmer production. And that should probably send us towards Imperial Age, right? Because the moment like 10 Khmer are out on the field, Hera can't do anything anymore.
And I think Hera kind of senses this. He's like, oh man, DauT's stabilizing a little bit, even though I've been raiding him this entire time. Let's try and get some more damage while I can. And then I can try and angle my economy towards an Imperial Age composition. He's got the knights at the back. He's got the knights near the wood line, losing a couple of those. But taking a few villagers with him, and he's on the run again.
There's not a single relic collected here. Although we have monks on the field from both sides, players mainly thinking about conversions and healing for now. Hera, resources are looking like he can click up at some point. What are our army compositions going to be? Khmer alone? Is that maybe good enough?
I think it is, right?
They should be better than champions. And what else can Hera go for?
Treb? If you have the Trebs, then you force the engagement towards the Khmer. But you're gonna need like 3 castles.
No, not unlikely. And only 3 on stone right now, so won't really get there too quickly. Has 1 stone at the front that he obviously sees. Defensive castle by Hera. He wants to play the late game.
Maybe he's thinking like, if I get enough Arambai, I'm gonna be fine here. I don't know. This is a Civ matchup that we just don't really see that often, Nilly. So I'm actually kind of excited for the Imperial Age because I want to know what happens here. I think the problem for Hera is that his stone and his gold at the front there are just so exposed. He's gone for the other castle to the side to get another stone. But there's a place here for DauT to fight, and DauT pushes in with the Khmer and the Eagles, but I think you're expecting a little bit too much from these Khmer if you're taking that fight.
Oh god, he got slaughtered. Oh yeah. Yes. There was like 2 conversions of the Khmer early on. All the knights were full HP. The crossbows joined as well, and DauT just lost all his army for basically gaining nothing. Like he killed like 5-6 knights. But I don't think like Hera plans to play mass cavalier. It's more likely like a Rem by Hassa.
That's, DauT has done such a good job this game to get himself into great positions, and then he just throws it away, and he's like back to the start. That engagement under the TC as he loses a monk now. Hera's so active with those light cap. The engagement under the TC where he's just feeding eagles to Hera. He could have had 30 eagles in Castle Age. And then use those to kill Hera, but he sent them in 5 at a time or whatever as he loses another monk. Job, Hera. And then this fight right here, I don't know. He still has a really good eco. Like, DauT's got 118 vills after being raided constantly. It's really solid.
DauT just sold all his stone to get up to Imp earlier. Did he think, wow, this fight went so poorly, my Khmer have to be bad, I have to play Eagles?
Maybe.
I think he plays mass Eagles here. I think Khmer might be the unit to go for. Yeah, he's adding more barracks. This is the full Eagle play.
Oh, jeez. And it's going to be Erenbai for Hera as he goes for his second castle. More Eagles dying in the north. Khmer struggling to find value. Hera, of course, raiding with light cav at all moments. And the Khmer are now fighting up a hill, and the Khmer are going to die again, and they're just going to further reinforce DauT's belief. Or your hypothesis that DauT thinks that they're bad.
This is not looking pretty, and now that woodline is taken away. DauT has no control of any woodlines at the bottom. Lots of his economy is open now. Population is even, but military advantage heavily in Hera's favor.
As it's been basically the entire game ever since those first few fights in Castle Age. Eagle's still trying to loop around to find those crossbows. Hera hasn't really done anything with his Imperial Age here. He's got 23 vills in the queue.
Oh, not really the civilization that has great timings, right? With Burmese there. Well, what are you really gaining from him?
I mean, you could get trebs or maybe extra armor upgrades for your cavalry, but just kind of hanging out, just chilling.
Gets a trap, now queues up some light cap, 41 farmers for him, working towards the magical numbers that Hera can sometimes achieve. At least the crossbows now cleared up. Still even population, but full eagles. Interesting still.
Finally, the knights are getting cleared on the wood line there. And DauT's got to be like, finally, man, I can go for another castle to the south. I can secure my economy. I can go for more barracks, more eagles, as we see a third castle there from Hera. Now, Erenbai do have access to Parthian tactics now, which makes them a little bit better than they used to be. But how do they match up against Fabric Shield's Eagles?
I think once the Eagles close down the distance, I don't think you're achieving too much. You need to micro them. I think Eagles, it's like so much easier to play with the Eagles as well, right? So if we get to big numbers, that's just the dream. And what's also the dream is the light caps finding quite some raids in the back of the base of DauT.
But, I mean, the armor, the second armor is in for those villagers, Nilly.
Soon the third.
They're like a 7-shot. Like, not many villagers are going down here, if you, all things considered.
Was a reasonable hold.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hassa now. Blast Furnace as well. Coming in for Hera. And well, we see some Eagle raids at the very top. Hassa's trying to deal with that. Double castle defense here. And DauT has to find a different angle of attack.
Yeah, DauT clearing up more raids. He's at 131 villagers. Hera's suddenly at 135, and we got ourselves a game as the Eagles are at the back there. Hera's still without even the second armor upgrade for his Hussar. So those Eagles are going to be chewing them up. He will have Blast Furnace shortly, though. The damage output on those is going to be looking pretty good. And DauT is now massing a big force of Eagles here. Still doesn't have Fabric Shields. Is it Fabric Armor, Fabric Shields? I think it's Fabric Shields, right?
I would say shields, yeah.
Okay. But he does have 8 Pierce Armor on these Eagles, and it's only 12 attack on the Erembai.
Not crazy.
Hera now gets the
Erembai.
elite.
And what attack is that then? I wouldn't even know. 16?
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
like a big
it's either
jump.
15 or 16.
Okay, well,
Either
we'll see.
Remember the base version used to have 16, and then the elite had 18.
Good old Erembais.
When they would fry buildings.
Yeah. Ballistics now coming in as well. And we see Fabric Shields indeed. Some more armor for those Eagles, jumping from 3-4 extra to 4-6. And those Erembai, well, they will have to micro quite a bit, jumping to 15 attack.
Yeah, and I think DauT will just chase this away and then send another group of Eagles, maybe over to the right side. There's plenty of potential to raid over there. Now with Fabric Armor or Fabric Shields or whatever it is, whatever we decided it was, 10 melee armor, the castles aren't going to be doing that much to these Eagles, but nice market wall there from Hera, and he traps them in the Erembai coming from the other direction. Classic.
Beautiful move there for sure. And, well, he will just slaughter all those Eagles again. And, well, first time that Hera has reasonable pop lead of 14 here. DauT taking some more control of the bottom area. And, well, Hussar rates kind of stopped. Now archery range is added. Seems like DauT wants some skirmishes against those Erembai.
I would have, if you would tell me in early Castle Age when DauT was throwing those Eagles and Hera was being raided that we would get to a situation like this, I wouldn't have believed you.
Yeah.
Like 142 villagers for DauT, 140 villagers for Hera. They both have a line of castles, and they've secured their side of the map, and now they're going to start contesting over the middle. I like the fact that DauT has secured the gold in the south there. Also, I like the fact that Hera is going after the neutral stone in the north and the gold over there in the east and securing it with castles. Also like the fact that Hera has access to Hussar, which should be a really, really good unit in the late game here, especially in his hands.
Those Hussars are like super shredding skirms, right? Don't they get +5 attack with their unique tech?
Is it +5 with mana per? I think it's, yeah, +5.
It's like super crazy then, right? It's 11, 5, 16, well, 3 slicing.
Do they get that bonus against slingers? Slingers the same category?
I thought it's only skirms and arbalists.
Okay.
We won't see slingers unless we see champions, right?
Yep. It was just more of a like curiosity thing. So what does DauT need here?
I think a super long game. I think his trash could be better. Relics 3-2. Nah, his trash can't be better. I think he needs actually a big engagement pretty soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Just the availability of these Hussar for Hera is huge in a late game situation where you're running out of gold.
Skirm still without chemistry, for trying to focus down the Erembai. Now the big engagement. Halberdiers out of position. The Hussars are finding some good connections here against the skirmishers. And DauT, oh, he's losing a lot here. It was 200 against 200.
He did kill all the Trebs though, Nilly. And he's going to kill the Hussar in front. And these are just skirms. Like, he can replace those. He's managed to hold on to that castle. And he's got more helps in the queue.
Yeah, massive queue, right? 30 Halberdiers there, replenishing those numbers quite quickly. Is onto 2 traps. Hera has only 1. This was a way better engagement for DauT than I thought.
And Hera is indeed going into champions.
But then slingers have to be good, right? The moment you have 10 slingers sitting there.
We'll never see slingers here because we'll never see champions.
No. We don't see slingers because we don't see champions yet.
Oh, okay.
I think slingers are a good option here. That's why I'm not sure about champions.
I think so too. But Hera disagrees.
Well, let's
And
teach
DauT
him.
sees the barracks? DauT knows. He sees that barracks. It wasn't there before. It has to be there for a reason. It's probably not going to be Helms. Although Burmese helps, though.
Not too bad either.
Not too bad, even against the Mesosuit.
15 eagles in the queue. DauT sets 20 eagles in the queue. He is not putting it together yet.
Hera is going pikeman, Nilly. I mean, they do have good attack. If you're just gonna spam trash.
No. If you have gold, but he doesn't have any gold income anymore, right? He only has 2 relics to work with. He can't build that many champions. Oh,
Skirmisher's also taking out the Arambai there. Hussar's feeding in as Hera, I think, was focused at the back at the raids, but I mean, full armor on these vills.
Not a big question.
So it gives DauT time to respond.
How well can DauT deal with those raids in the back? Because that's the Hera special, right? Hussars raiding everywhere, making the game so tough for you. But traps are pushing in, Arambai are falling. Halberdier still protecting the traps. I like DauT's position.
Yeah, and we look at Hera. I mean, he's trying to go into champions, but he just spent all his gold upgrading to champion. And he can't even get the final armor upgrade. He's got 8 of them. Still the Eagles here from DauT. Still the Halberdiers in front. He's going to see the champions now, and he's probably going to add in some slingers, maybe?
Could be an option. I don't think Eagles are actually achieving too much right now, but obviously we know DauT loves his Eagles, so unlikely that he will cancel those. 3 traps still shooting away. Arambai numbers plumbing. Hussars being sent into their death. The fight in the center, just beautiful for DauT constantly.
Yep. Time to sneak away with that relic as well. That would be a total DauT move right there. Actually, Viper would already have that relic halfway towards his base.
Champions now pushing in though. Mass Halberdiers in the queue for DauT. No more skirmishes, some Eagles mixed in. And those champions are pushing in. But as we said, gold very limited for Hera.
DauT also can fall back to these castles. And Hera only has 1 trebuchet here. Ring just now coming in.
The most important thing for skirmishers, obviously. But still something you will take eventually. Hussars
And there's
trying
the slingers.
Yeah, like it. Like it a lot. And traps are surviving. All 3 of them. DauT pushing in there a bit on the ambitious side right now. Needs to regroup. And 3 slingers alone. Actually, reasonable damage output against those champions.
Do Incas get sappers?
I thought every civ gets zappers.
No, there's some civs that miss it.
Okay.
It's cheaper now, nearly. Doesn't it? They do.
Let's get
I think, like, with the fully upgraded villagers.
and kill buildings,
Could be
or
an
what's your
option.
plan? Or kill rams.
You want to mix it in with your army, man. I'm just bringing up the possibility.
Okay. Well, those champions are now wrecking quite a bit. Castles are trying to help out here. And Hera dives quite deep. Castle focusing on those Arambai. Champion doing a good job. Slinger number simply not there. Down to 0. Now 7 more in the queue. And we said only 1 trap for Hera. But it's shooting away.
Yeah, Hera needs to kill these trebs from DauT. Now he's engaging against it. So he's going to... Even though he lost his army, he's going to find some value here from this engagement. Killed a bunch of military from DauT and cleared up both of the trebs. And he's got another treb of his own, so he can push this castle. DauT is only at 111 stone right now.
I don't know why we are adding more eagles here for DauT. Finally, cancels 1 and...
Uh-oh, crop rotation. He's thinking it might be a wood game. Uh-oh. Whoever wins this area, by the way, and pushes it back, will have access to that gold sitting in the middle there. So, very important that they hold on to this.
Hussars are diving in deep. Surrounding the skirms quite nice now. Did Hera get the unique tech? It doesn't look like it.
He didn't get mana per cavalry, no.
Yeah. Does he know what it does?
I think if you asked him, he would. But in the heat of the moment, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if he would realize it affects skirmishers.
Yeah, maybe. And those slingers in the back, 14 kills already, and that's close to solely champions.
Oh, worst feeling ever. DauT just bought 100 stone to repair the castle, but it died before he could get back from the market. Oh, so now he's sitting there with 100 stone, doesn't know what to do with it.
Not pretty for sure. And
what? You know what? If you're DauT, you can mine this gold. Even if attack comes in, your villagers have a lot of armor. Just keep your army nearby, and maybe Hera throws away a big chunk of his military to try and push you off of this.
What do we think about bombard cannons for Hera? Right now, DauT has nothing to dive. And a Rambai can protect quite a bit.
It's just too expensive, right?
Maybe. Yeah. 225 gold. Probably
so expensive. And look at Hera now. He's like, oh man, I can't fight in the middle anymore in a pitched battle. I'm going to come over here with my Hussar to raid. I'm going to send the Trebs over here as well. He knows about that castle from DauT on the bottom side. And DauT will see this now. Hussars take a while to kill these Incan villagers. Does DauT have any halberdiers to send over here? Doesn't have enough pop space.
Has 4 at the bottom. Sending those in. They can help defend a bit, especially if they're not focused down. And it feels like DauT is defending this. Hera, potentially with an overboom here. 148 volts.
That's just the classic Hera strategy, though. I mean, he's only got 2 relics, right? Doesn't have any gold coming in. If he wants gold, he's going to have to sell resources for it. He's just spamming Hussar at the moment. And his Trebs being pushed over to this side. They are helping out against that castle. DauT just doesn't have enough pop space to send halbs over to this side. And that castle's probably going to die.
Could maybe go for some repair, but it's not pretty. 2 traps in the center.
Oh, the halbs are coming. He could repair this, maybe.
Send
no,
quite
he's
a
not
bit.
Gonna save it.
No, but the 3 traps could die. And that's good enough for DauT.
Yep.
Head and Slinger now coming in. Minimum range for those skirmishes gone. And
Hera might be done here. He might be done. He's buying stone to repair that castle, but it's gonna die anyway. Maybe?
Oof, castle goes down.
And there's the bombard cannon we were talking about from Hera. He's got 1. He's got 1, and that's solely to deal with these Trebs, most likely. But DauT has the slingers in front. Looking around for the champions. Hera's still producing those, but he's selling everything to do so. I like the fact that DauT is adding more vills here. You can find yourself in a position with like 100 vills with Incas, but Hera's going to wear you down over time. Keep yourself around like 110, 120.
Army bit exposed here. The ranged units from DauT, but halberdiers are arriving. Nice moves. And that bombard cannon, well, didn't really pay off. Such a nice push from DauT through the center, but again, those ranged units not protected enough with the halberdiers. Hera just constantly raiding the back. Now more than 100 kills difference when it comes to the Eco Kitty.
DauT got Andy and Slings somewhere in there. So he's got the 4+5 slingers now. Pog.
Is it not minimum range anymore?
Is it? I thought it was.
armor?
I thought it was an extra attack as well.
Ooh.
What gave them the +5?
Ooh. Oh yeah.
What gives them the +5?
Well, it has to be the unique tech then.
Yeah. It's the minimum range, and it's the attack, I believe.
Okay. Because slingers are really bad against anything that's not infantry.
Yep. But it is 9 damage right now. So they're actually doing 3 damage to the Hussar per shot. So it's better than 2.
Agreed.
3 is better than 2. Confirmed.
Long distance snipe there on the trap.
Yeah. There was 1 Hussar in the back of DauT's base as well doing damage. But Hera calling the GG. And man, like, it felt like DauT tried his best, Nilly, at certain moments to lose that game. And then he went beast mode to get back into it. And then it suddenly gets to a point where each player has 50% of the map, which we never thought it would get there. And he wins in the end. Patience from DauT. Good army composition. Good map control and good job dealing with the raids from Hera.
Wow. And Hera resigning at pop 200.
Yep.
Something we don't see too often. I think Unitech was missing. And the champion switch, I don't think is something we see in this matchup. Simply because of slingers.
Do you think, like, could Hera have gone, instead of making that whole champion switch, could he have gone, like, Bombard cannons? Maybe Onager? I don't even know.
Well, we have redemption monks for Incas. Eagles were around to snipe those onagers. I think you have to play Hassa Rambai.
That's what he did. Kind of.
Well,
I guess
but
he didn't
the
have
Hassas
a
didn't
ton
have
of
the damage
Arambai.
output, yeah.
Yeah.
Not easy.
It's a tough
Not an
sim
easy matchup. Yeah. Yeah, I also think that Incas should be better right now. Really nice caddy for Hera. Overall collected resources better for him as well. Simply because he boomed quite nicely and got so many villager kills. Also set at 140 vills for a long time.
That was a fun game, though. That was a good one. Not a Civ matchup, like we said, not a Civ matchup we see very often. On Arabia, anyway.
Yeah.
And Hera is now down 1 to DauT. If you look at their historic matchup, Hera dominates DauT pretty well throughout past tournaments. But if you look at the best of 21 they did, it was actually 11-7, so it was fairly competitive there. I think in terms of like games, but in terms of sets, DauT kind of struggles.
When was their best of 21 though?
It was last year.
Oh, okay.
It was around the same time Hera did one against Yo. He had like 3 of them, I think. It was in the summer of last year, I believe.
11-7. Well, that's solid. Was it Arabia only or
Nope. There was other maps involved.
Regicide Fortress?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Those were hype, actually. Like, the best of 21 against Yo went to the final game.
Ah, nice. Yeah, Hera loves to play best of 21s till the end, right? Didn't he have, like, against literally, like, 2 of them went to game 21 as well?
I think so. Just likes to make it competitive. The one against Yo as well, he had, like, Spanish left for Arabia.
Okay.
And then he was in a great position. He was doing fine with Spanish on Arabia against Huns, which it shouldn't be favored. And then he just walks into a mangonel shot with all his skirms. Everything folds. It was great. Jordan, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone.
Oh, welcome, welcome. We are hosting a show match right now. The Order of the Sheep is hosting a show match. Hera against DauT. 5 games played. DauT just won game 1 on Arabia. All games Arabia KOTD settings, but with special draft. We have 5 categories: infantry, cavalry, archer, monks, and wildcard. You pick 1 out of each category and 1 out of the wildcard category there. Sit back, enjoy. 4 more games to come. And we just had a banger. Incas against Burmese.
Yep. Went super late. Hera resigning on 200 population, which you don't ever see. If Jordan were a Civ category, Nilly, what would he be? Would he be a wild card?
He would be like, what is Burgundians? He would be...
That's a cavalry Civ here, right?
Okay, then he's a cavalry Civ. Because he is like Burgundians and can rise from the ashes.
Like a phoenix.
With the Bavarian Revolution.
Okay. Okay. What would you be? You'd be an archer Civ for sure.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah. Very precise build order. No deviation.
Someone saw my Nations Cup games.
I love how they put you in on the flank. You played Vietnamese both times in Arabia, and you just kind of You got like 2v1 both times.
Got
That was
wrecked.
brutal, man. Though the first game it was a bit sloppy, but the second one was definitely you guys weren't tracking the army as well as maybe you should have been. Showed up at your base.
Yeah, I didn't really know how to design my base against Brazil there.
Yeah. That was a wild game though. That got crazy.
The Arabia one?
That game against Brazil. Yeah.
The whole set was really good. I think it was great entertainment.
Yep. It was. I love that. That is not the first time I've heard Nilly say that after a loss. It's good entertainment.
So both
think
players
that'd be
in
a monk
the
civ.
lobby. A monk civ?
All my favorite civs are under monks here. Every single one. Except Aztecs. I'm not very fond of Aztecs. But Burmese, Spanish, Bohemians, and Megalis. Yeah.
Those are your favorite civs?
Burmese is definitely there. Spanish is definitely there. Bengalis is definitely there. Those are like my top three, I think.
Okay, do you think there's another person in the world sharing the same top three with you?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
There's a lot of meme potential with those civs.
Okay.
Actually, we're missing Sicilians on that list. They should be added there. And
Oh, you're just trying to troll me, right?
No. I'm actually serious.
Oh, God.
And Goth? No, I don't like Goth. Goths are lame.
Well, they're taking their time.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
They all have heavy demo. Well, Spanish do have heavy demo. Don't know about the others.
Bengalis do. Bengalis have the full water tech tree, right? Pretty sure.
Sure, they're missing dry dock. I don't know. Not unlikely.
Yeah, the way you said that with such confidence, though. I am certain that they are missing dry dock, but I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know. Okay, let's jump into game 2 here. DauT with Portuguese against Hera's Ethiopians. So category Archer. Is it Archer?
Ethiopians is Archer, and Portuguese is maybe a wild card?
Portuguese is a wild card, yeah.
Okay. I've already got the civs labeled, man. I've already
Nice.
got them. I'm cooking.
You read the Civ description.
I did, yes. But I memorized them already. You quiz me on any civ, I'll tell you right there what it is.
Vikings.
Infantry.
Okay. Chinese.
Wild card. Think. Anyway, Hera playing as Ethiopians, DauT playing as Portuguese, and we've certainly seen this matchup before. And Hera's map a little bit closed off compared to
Polls.
the last time around. Polls or wildcard. As
Khmer.
Khmer cavalry. Why you have wildcard?
Well done. Wild card.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Anyway, Hera's got an ugly front gold, but he does have a wood line he could potentially wall in front of that. It is not a beautiful gold though. It's up on the hill. It's going to be a little bit awkward. Fortunately for him, the wood line is there though, and he can wall off the choke point and then maybe wall. There's a pyramid on this map. To the right of Hera's base.
Okay.
Sorry.
Did you know that the... No.
Did I know that what?
The
Is
time
there a
between
joke
the
coming?
pyramids and Cleopatra.
Is more than between us and Cleopatra, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's just the Great Pyramid of Giza, right? It's not even the first pyramids that were built.
Just today I read that there were Egyptians doing... oh god, how do you pronounce that? Archaeology? Archaeology about other Egyptians.
Yep.
Because they were trying to dig up stuff that was like 2,000 years old.
Yeah, it blows your mind, doesn't it?
That's sick. So like...
Blows your mind, man.
Even the old Egyptians had older Egyptians before them.
Yep. Kind of crazy how interconnected things are. There were Greeks and Romans that would go to Egypt at like tourism trips. If they had enough money, tourism seems like something that would be a fairly recent trend, right? But it happened back in the day.
Sick.
Maybe there were even Portuguese people visiting Ethiopia. Or Ethiopian people visiting Portugal.
And so we have games where Rome's, Byzantines, and Italians and Sicilians all existed at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, DauT, what's he building up towards? 18 population, gonna go up. Or sorry, 19 population.
DauT doesn't
Hera
do 18.
going up on 19 pop too. DauT doesn't what?
Doesn't do 18.
Okay.
He's a man of culture, of economy.
Of sheer will?
No, of bad eco balance. I've not seen him do 18 yet.
I like how he thought about that second lumber camp and he was like, my villagers can bump up against each other. It's fine. And he goes for the barracks instead. Goes for a little wall at the back there. And he's going to have to try and wall towards his TC to secure his economy. Because it's kind of open here. His gold is in an ugly position as well. And I think that's going to dictate his strategy just a little bit because he doesn't have a back gold to go to.
All the golds really open there. He will open scouts first, and Hera obviously goes for pop 19 archers here. Can wall the front a bit more as well. I would be surprised if DauT finds a lot of damage with his scouts. Probably has to play scouts into skirms, and therefore going for 2 units that don't cost gold.
Yeah, and so he doesn't have to stretch out to that area right away.
But
this
also
map is
you're
going to
not
dictate
benefiting.
how DauT plays.
You're not benefiting from the Portuguese bonus, right?
Yeah. He's going to open with an archer range here.
Ooh.
So no scouts from DauT.
So skirm archer mix.
Skirm opening, and then just to gain map control so he can go out to that archer range. Maybe he saw the archer range from Hera? I mean, he's going to assume with Ethiopians. It's going to be archers, and he sees the mining camp there.
So far, nothing confirmed, but saw villagers on gold, saw the mining camp, so he knows.
And he sees the score too, so I think that tells him that there's no men-at-arms on the field right now, as well as the uptime. There we go. Now he sees the archer range. Knows that Hera can wall in front of that gold, knows he's already forming a wall on that hill, so probably assuming that Hera's going to be pretty well defended. Can't really do much damage going forward, so just make enough military to defend yourself and get your eco up and rolling behind this.
This will be tricky for either player to do any damage. This is really easily defended, both players playing really passively. DauT going for lots of skirmishes here. I'm a bit surprised by that. 4 skirms, still not on gold.
Oh, he's winning the scout battle, though. Huge momentum boost for DauT if he manages to win a 1-unit engagement and somehow he manages to lose it. Hera's pushing him back now.
Did he go down that hill?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, there was things happened in that scout engagement.
But there was nothing else happening at the same time.
We don't know that. Just rewatched it on yours.
This was disappointing.
This was disappointing, but we're going to speed up to the live time, and Hera is just taking a look at what DauT's up to, and DauT's got skirmishers here, and now Hera knows he can't really do too much damage, and Hera's like, all right, fine. You don't want me to damage you? I won't damage you. I will simply wall up behind. I'll get my eco rolling, and I'll be up to Castle Age before you will.
It's such a weird play by DauT. Like, it's guaranteed to never take or do damage, kind of. So does he feel like he has the better civ if it goes late game? It's tricky, right? Because the opponent scales towards crossbow while you scale towards elite skirms. Doesn't excite me.
Yeah, kind of difficult.
Not even sure if
that
DauT
mining camp's
fletching.
good, but it also doesn't excite me. It just looks weird. Still fairly efficient for now, though.
It's especially nice if you like have 4 villagers working for quite some time on that front patch.
Yeah.
And DauT is out on the field with 7 skirms.
He's getting fletching as well.
This is so
Why are you investing
weird.
into fletching?
I thought this game could go really long.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm scared that DauT just dies at 21 minutes here.
There's the market for DauT. Now he's starting to take it seriously.
70% though for Hera, 30 and 2 villagers for DauT. Hera could find the better timing.
Also like how Hera is like, he's not concerned about DauT. He's fully walled, so he's just using his scout to explore the entire map. He's going to have like 99% of the map explored by the time he gets to Castle Age. That's where all the extra resources are, all the relics are. And now Hera even hits the market before DauT does, and DauT sells his entire existence, and he still doesn't have enough to go to Castle Age, and Hera's on the way.
And now he idles. Tries to get to Castle Age. He knows Hera's up, right? Because he saw the market being used.
Come on, you can do it! 34 mils!
And if one knight arrives...
Dude, you got 100 wood to sell. Come
DauT,
on!
Isn't DauT dead here? Like, not yet, but... Like, how is the game progressing for him?
Drop it off, drop it off, drop it off. And he's up! And he's up! He's up, folks. It's a very extremely casual 54 seconds of idle time, but Hera also has 30 seconds of idle time. As Hera is now still building up his crossbows. He's added the stable behind, like you said. A single knight could be difficult. There wasn't enough room, Nilly. There's simply not enough room in that archer range.
Why are you watching my stream?
I just have it on the left monitor.
Every time I'm not saying something, you look.
Yeah, just take a peek over.
What is he up to?
Yeah.
Okay, nice, professional.
I know what I'm like when I'm streaming with a co-caster, so I have to keep tabs and make sure.
Nice. Did you
that
see
you don't
that
have my
the
face
pyramid?
like crossing this screen, you know?
Ah, okay. Dave Crabwalk.
Yeah.
Okay, 70 seconds for DauT to survive. No crossbow or botkin click though. Hera? Okay, gets crossbow.
Yeah, he's saving up.
DauT 11 skirms on that hill. 10 villages on gold, not going for anything.
This knight is going to be a problem though. And there's the siege workshop from Hera, and Hera's like, okay, bro, still not up to Castle Age. I've got the crossbows, the Ethiopians, faster firing. I've got better micro than you. And I'm sending a knight forward to deal with the skirms that I saw before.
Oh god. DauT isn't even shooting. Oh god, oh god.
Shooting blanks. He didn't even shoot there! Oh no, he's getting a lead skirm, but he's only got 8 skirms. At least they're over on this side. He had some firing issues for sure.
Oh god, this is so painful. And now the skirm's out on the open, 1 knight around, make it 2 knights. Forward siege workshop coming already. DauT countered a strategy that didn't come. And now, is Hera trying to dive here? No, it just kills the farms. Yeah, way better choice. Oh, Dave, don't look at the KD, please.
Well, DauT has found another gold source. So he no longer has to come out to this main one, and he's now firing with the skirms, and he GG's. It was a valiant effort from DauT, killing a unit from Hera. That game.
I said DauT dies in 21 minutes, but Hera was 31 seconds faster. Yeah, that was DauT playing a counter strategy to Hera, hoping that Hera would just uselessly waste the archers, but didn't really happen. Let's just forget about this game. Be happy that the game 1 was really good, and we still have 3 games to go.
Yep. Oh boy, some questions there. Like continuing to add skirms when Hera's fully walled there, and then getting fletching as well, delaying your time to Castle Age. I don't know.
Okay, what will I learn if I look at the statistics, Dave?
DauT actually had more resources collected, but I think a lot of that has to do with the market use. Hera actually had more gold collected, but I guess he was on archers, so.
And he was on gold way earlier, right?
Yeah.
Also, Hera gets 400 extra resources, which is, I think, not listed on here, right?
No, it's not. No.
Oh.
And DauT has the wood coming in while he's collecting from the berries as well, so that's like a double resource boon. Cool.
Feels like such a bad match script, so uneven many times. Didn't we mention that the gold was really poor for Hera as well?
It was bad for Hera, but he had a choke point to wall in front of it.
Yeah, true. I think DauT needed to either tower,
yep,
or just build fewer skirms to have a competitive castle age time, which is tricky. Maybe just go crossbow. But crossbow v crossbow doesn't excite you too much against Ethiopians either.
Okay, so the third game is upcoming here. I'm going to mark a win for Hera and a loss for DauT. And Hera has a cavalry civ, an infantry civ, and 2 wildcard civs remaining. DauT has an archer civilization, a cavalry civilization, a monk civ, and a wildcard. If we look at these civs like in a vacuum, I would like Hera's better, I think, than DauT's right now.
Well, DauT uses 2 best civs, right? So and Hera used 3 and 4.
DauT uses 2 best? Incas and Portuguese?
Incas, not Mayans. Yeah, I just thought about eagles. Yeah. Yeah, I still like Hera's more than, Burmese. Why am I so confused? Why do I think? Yeah. Okay, I mentally reset.
Is that like a factory reset, or is it just like a soft?
Not
reset?
that long. It's only 24-hour reset. Factory reset would be really good. Just imagine.
Nilly wishes he could factory reset back to when he was like top 10 in the world or something.
Oh God. What would you do in life if you were 18 years old and were in the spot where you were when you were 18 years old, but with all the knowledge and skills that you have right now?
It's like I would use that knowledge to invest a little bit of wealth and make sure that I was like comfortable for the rest of my life, because you know the events that are going to unfold in front of you. And then after that,
I mean like not you can't predict future. I meant like more, like what you learned and like your skills, more like that. Not you don't know anything from history.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't plan for stuff like that, you know? It's not gonna happen.
Well, let me think. Like, how old are you?
I'm 33.
33. So 15 years ago. Would you be 2008? 2000? What? 2008?
Uh-huh.
You were
18.
You wouldn't be the best
So I was
player
born
in
in-
the world. No. With your
No.
skill right now.
No. Also, there's a lot of quality of life adjustments that happened, right? You'd have to erase all those from your mind. If I went back to 2003, sure.
2003, you might be the best. Yeah, you should be the best player in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you right now? 1600? 1650?
I mean, I was 16, 22 years ago. I haven't played since then.
Oh,
On the
okay.
ladder. So whatever inflation is.
So you're at like 1200 right now.
Yeah, sure. All right. Hera playing as Khmer here. That's a wild card civilization, Nilly. And DauT playing as the Lithuanians, which is a cavalry civilization.
Okay, good to know. And now let's think about maps a bit. Open gold spot for DauT again. Has one to the right, probably not the one he wants to take. To the left, probably not the one he wants to take. And Hera, can't complain. Berries in the back, gold in the back, woodline in the back as well. So again, DauT fanboys might be complaining about the map here.
Yep.
Expecting this one to be a bit more aggressively with those two civilizations, though.
It is easy for DauT to secure his base, though, other than that gold. Everything else, like the berries and the woodlines, he can just wall to the TC and wall to the edge of the map.
Mm-hmm.
And he should be okay, as he's now struggling to push in a zebra. Just typical DauT things there. Hera, like you said, back gold, back berries, but securing that side of the map might be an issue if DauT were to loop around there with military. So DauT could do some damage. It's not like last game where Hera could just full wall fairly easily.
DauT is pushing another deer and oh god.
These are just the things you sign up for, you know? It's a DauT set. This is what happens. But he still manages to make it work sometimes. And that's what's impressive at the end of the day. I mean, that rhino meat is going to have to take a magic carpet ride back to underneath that TC. This is a very far way away.
Oh man. How I don't understand this guy. How can he be this good at this game and then still provide moments like these?
Because he doesn't let it get in his head, Nilly.
Oh, maybe that's the difference.
I think that is. I think that's the big difference. Like, he sees that and he's like, I kind of screwed up, but it doesn't seriously impact the game.
Dave,
Other people see this and they think,
sorry. Look at the villager patiently waiting.
I know. And then he makes the second one. Yeah. But he's not thinking, like, when you're doing this, right, you're thinking, oh, my build's not going to be optimal. I'm going to lose out on the 7 food I could have been gathering with my villagers standing still, which means I'm going to be 7 food behind. What DauT is thinking is just, I mean, resources coming in eventually.
Oh.
And there we go. See? It works out.
Well, what do you think is, to the question that I asked you with the 18-year-old and knowledge, what would be DauT's answer? I think I have a prediction.
When was DauT 18? Was it like 1943?
I think he would say, still playing Age of Empires, but now he has a reason to not train because he knows everything already that people just need to learn.
Dude, if you compare these two players, like Hera just went from the TC, put his villager in the house, and ejected on the other side of the woodline to not lose a little bit of time walking around. Like, that's literally what he did there, to not lose a little bit of time. DauT would have just right-clicked the fills. We have a fundamental difference in the way these two players view and play the game. And I love it. Absolutely love it.
Score is 1-1. And that's why DauT is so beloved, right? Because he does so many relatable things, and is still probably the second greatest player to ever touch the game.
And if we look at the resources gathered, like it's not even that different. Even with the lures that got kind of screwed up there. The efficiency wasn't that lacking. He just doesn't let it go to his head. And he's going for a 4 militia push here. He's going to get the Men-at-Arms upgrade when he gets to the Feudal Age. And he's going to start pressuring Hera. And if he goes around to the right side of Hera's base, the berries are kind of exposed there. DauT will spot this, and DauT might even take these goats. Those are mine. Thank you very much. He doesn't say because it's a show match, and he just leaves them there.
Narod retakes them, and House a bit out of position there when it comes to being next to the berries. Now the stable being rushed, and those villagers are exposed.
Yeah, and Hera should know with this scout hanging around. Like, why are you hanging around here, dude? Oh, you've got military coming from behind, and the house is, like you said, a little out of position, right? Men-at-Arms are here. Hera's gonna try and save those.
Builds chasing, scout buying time, and Hera still having reasonable food here. Will be tricky though. Needs to put down those farms ASAP. Woo! Jumped in and out there. And House now taking quite some damage.
Men-at-Arms are so satisfying. They're attacking at the same time. We got some synergy.
What is your profession?
That house is gonna die.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw that movie for the first time, man. I was in high school. I thought that was the greatest thing ever.
I was at a drum and bass party once, and there was a remix with 300. And then there was like, it was mixed in like, ooch, 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 ooch. Spartans, what is your profession? And I was the only one on the dance floor screaming, oh! And like 12 people turn around like, what did this guy just do? And no one got the reference.
I'm sad for you. Hera takes an engagement here with the villagers and with the scouts. He loses the scout. He's losing a lot of HP on the next one too. I think this is actually kind of good for DauT there.
Yeah. Can't complain.
Yeah.
But micro downhill again to not die. But yeah, DauT can't be too unhappy with this one. Now secured his gold reasonably well. And 3 archers, 1 spearman, or 2 spearmen, 2 archers moving out. That's not easy to kill.
Yep. It is not at all. Especially those Lithuanian spearmen. Pretty quick. And Hera missing a lot of HP on that 3rd scout, 11 HP. So even if he wants to dive in here to try and find some vills from DauT, it's going to be risky business. Especially with the spearmen coming out from that barracks right there, and DauT is making his way over to the berries. And we talked about this, like Hera's map, he's got the back gold, theoretically back berries, but if DauT pushes around from this side, he's very exposed over here.
Nice move. Nice positioning here for sure. 17 on farm, now takes some damage here. And those villagers, are they trapped?
It looked like they were blocked for a second, but Hera's going to save him, of course. Khmer is such a frustrating civ to play against. Thank God the villagers don't heal in the houses as well.
I think in the beta of Rise of Rajas, houses could actually attack. They had like 3 range and 2 attack.
Actually, it was the same for like if you got a market in Dark Age or a siege workshop in Dark Age or a monastery in Dark Age. Anything that had a waypoint behavior.
No, but that is only the 1 HP. They're not there. They could actually house rush with Khmer. Like there was actually an intended mechanic.
Oh, you mean with arrows attacking from it?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. I remember playing the beta. I don't remember that. Jeez.
Yeah. Didn't make it into the main game.
I do remember Malay getting champion. That was
oh yeah,
kind of wild. All right, scouts from Hera, they're gonna really struggle to find an engagement. Like he's got skirmishers now, and he's deciding to push forward because he doesn't really need these berries anymore with the amount of farms that he has.
And he has 3 skirms for the defense, right? Blacksmith, ooh, thinks better of the positioning, and now DauT's front gold getting punished again. 1 spearman gets a friend, and the 2 of them taking the fight.
Yeah, but Hera's got so many scouts there. He loses a bunch of HP. DauT now going for the quick walls. And he's not going to be able to quick wall in these 4 villagers that are now exposed. There's another spearman coming out. Bunch of those scouts are a hit away from death from Hera. If DauT has another spearman, and Hera's not able to get the villager. Nice job, DauT.
Didn't get a single villager kill. I thought like 2-3 would die there guaranteed. Crazy saves.
Stable's now up from DauT. He can start adding in some scouts of his own to maybe take care of the skirmishers, or he can just wait for Castle Age, and there we go. There's the first scout. Hasn't shown his face with this army for a very long time, but Hera knows that it's still likely here as he reaches out for that gold. DauT's unlikely to get any villager kills with the skirmishers lurking around, and the scouts are coming back now. Still, it's buying himself some time.
This looks rough.
It's buying himself some time.
Yeah, but buy yourself time to what? To
use the market.
Age. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's idling his TC again, DauT, and this is good. Just keep running. Just keep moving. Hera really wants to kill this army. Hera coming over with the scouts. He's even gotten the armor here.
Wow.
As DauT clicks up to Castle Age. DauT needs to keep producing, though, on the way up. Otherwise, Hera can steamroll him.
Yeah, or DauT needs to rebuy the stone and get a defensive tower at the gold.
And DauT is producing. He's going for a spearman. He's going for another scout. And as long as he keeps producing here, he should be able to buy himself enough time.
5
really?
against 15 military. I think he gets overwhelmed. He has to give up the gold. I think a tower is the way to go. I think it would have made more sense than the 2 scouts. But Hera? Yeah, he was so far out of position and now wastes more time here. Wow. Gets bloodlines, gets the armor. I think DauT will be fine.
Tower.
Oh, yeah.
Hera is going to go for the tower forward into mass scout production here in Feudal. But DauT's going to be fine if he keeps producing. Every unit he makes is going to buy himself another couple seconds of life until he get to the Castle Age and go Knights. 3 scouts with bloodlines. Now the village is arriving. DauT, how is he reacting to this? He didn't scout the gold at the right side. Oh no, he doesn't know where any other gold locations are, and he's coming forward with villagers now. That wall's kind of blocking his villas from attacking this tower, but he's pushing back the scouts with his spearmen. The skirmishers are clearing those up, however. DauT sending more scouts of his own forward. He's got bloodlines, and he's got the spearmen engaging against against the scouts. Is he going to be able to hold this position?
Can't really afford a lot of knights here. Villagers are being pulled back. Those skirmishers doing the damage against the spearmen. Now scouts overwhelming numbers here for Hera. And DauT, he can't get gold. He didn't scout the extra gold. And those vills are going to die at the front.
And the tower's being repaired. The vills need to come back. DauT is in the Castle Age. He's got 36 villagers versus the 44 from Hera. Like you said, he doesn't really have gold to produce knights. And damn, dude. Hera holding onto that tower position keeps up the production as well. DauT's in trouble.
Ay.
Goes to the stone so he can sell stone for gold.
Not pretty. The thing is, Hera doesn't have a barracks, right? So right now the knights are way better than they normally should be. But still, can you find...
These knights go forward. It's tough against Khmer, right? Hera can just hop in the houses, and Hera has fully upgraded scouts in Feudal Age, and there's just a hole. There's just a straight up hole. Hera's trying to go through the wall, and DauT is overchopped on the other side. So Hera's going to be in anyway. The scouts will deal with the knights coming out from DauT, but DauT is chasing those villagers away, denying another tower. And DauT still doesn't see a gold he can go to.
Oh, that's just brutal. Selling the stone. Price obviously will get worse and worse. Those scouts still fighting off. Those knights, bloodlines, +0/+0. While Hera's, it's obviously bloodlines +1/+1. And that means skirms? No, they simply do only 1 damage, yeah.
DauT is still selling wood for gold. Because he cannot see another gold. mean, it's unfortunate that his golds are in the positions they are, but it's also something you should be scouting for.
Yeah, especially if you see your main gold being that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think Market without... Yeah, Market was too ballsy against that amount of scout skirm. Couldn't really scout behind it, and I think he needed the defensive tower there. Hera continues with his aggression. The 4 knights, they need to find major damage.
There's another TC from DauT. Knights coming forward, finding major damage against Hera playing as Khmer, though.
Well, over chop,
Bit of a task, right? And that's a nice quick wall there from Hera. Also, you have no armor with your knights, so you can't even, like, engaging under the TC, not really a thing. The scouts are going to be doing okay damage to you. He's found his way over to this wood line. Hera's going to have to run here. DauT might actually find a villager kill. And he does.
Okay, gets 1. Meanwhile, his farm economy looks horrible now as well. And yeah, Hera's just fine, buying himself time. With all the scouts, quick walls behind this. Can still jump into one house. And yeah, those 4 knights, they won't find the damage that DauT needed.
Mm-hmm. His scouts against no armor knights. Oh boy. There's a gate from Hera. Knights now trying to run around. There's more knights on the right side, but the berries aren't even being taken anymore. DauT goes for another TC. He's found the gold, Nilly, but he doesn't even know the gold is there. It's actually a good TC. He doesn't know. He's going to be like, oh, it's good. Imagine.
43 wills against 51. In that regard, it's not looking too bad. But soon Hera will have 20 plus light cav. And DauT has...
It's fine. You get a castle up, you get hill forts. It's good.
Okay. Underrated upgrade.
Yep, especially if you're being pushed by mangonels. Very, very nice.
Villages are moving forward, but 6 on stone, 200 stone to go to build a castle, and Hera can just pick the best spot.
DauT just sold all of his stone. Okay, here we go. We need another knight. We need one more knight. He sold his stones so he could buy food.
10 on food now with 3 town centers. Will be tough to keep up production.
20 scouts, Nilly, about to be light cap. Like, look at them chasing these knights. Just look at this. It's ridiculous.
DauT takes the hill, takes the fight. Hera even micros this one back. Wow. And DauT calls it. Hi. Beautiful aggression here by Hera, realizing DauT. That seems like a greedy play from you, especially with that open gold. And a Hera tower rush, something we don't see too often. Nice realization of the situation.
I think the towers just add so much value to that, right? Because then DauT has to come out. He can't just like quick wall around his gold, produce more scouts, push the skirms away from the gold villagers, and wait for castle age. As soon as the tower comes up, then he has to do something to respond, either buying stone for a tower of his own or trying to push out with villagers like that, which is what he did, and obviously didn't work out very well. So good recognition there from Hera. Stay in feudal age another couple minutes and just pressure.
Whew, nice game. Nice game by Hera. Yep. Obviously, every game counts, so even if it goes 3-1, we will play game 5. $70 for a winner, $30 for the other participant. Yeah, so DauT got $30 for that game too.
DauT needs to scout a second gold, though. Like, really. Even with a spearman or something. Just find a second option.
Also, like, his sheep had to be either, right? Let's. Yeah. I will do the nerdy thing. And let's go into the 3-minute mark. His POV. And yeah, his sheep are completely idle.
He was having problems with the boars and the zebra at the beginning, so maybe that's why.
Still, like, 2 sheep, just shift click them around. Right, Hera's score was super low, so Hera was pushing D as well. But easier said than done, as always, if you're spectating.
I don't know. I think it's pretty tough to spectate, Nilly. You don't agree.
Keep telling yourself
Okay.
that your 18-year-old Dave isn't that disappointed in your life choices.
Oh, I know he would be terribly disappointed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what did your 18-year-old Dave envision life to be at 33?
I don't know, dude. 18-year-old Dave was an idiot.
Okay.
What is wildcard category? It's a civ that doesn't fit into the box. Byzantines, you can do anything. Camels, crossbows, siege, monks. Chinese, same thing. Khmer, more of a cavalry civilization, but you can theoretically, you can play into archers early, right? Malians, go cavalry, you can go archers, you can go infantry. Portuguese, do anything. Saracens, you can use the market. Turks, you can go gunpowder, cavalry. Sicilians, you can do anything. Poles, you can do anything.
Sicilians, you can lose. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna grab another coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay. Then I can answer questions from the chat. Do you think that older Dave is now smarter or wiser? No. I was wondering why you weren't streaming. Dave or what? Ah, he's probably focusing here. Yeah. If I get another coffee, I can't sleep. Being old sucks. Open a group with Dave. Hi Nili, what's your favorite sauce? My favorite sauce is coconut lime. From, I think, Tomi or something. Or Heinz. I don't know. One of the big brands. Coconut lime with tacos. Mmm! What's your favorite movie? If I want to sound super hipster, it's one of the revenge trilogy movies, Old Boy, from South Korea. If I want to connect with nerds, I say Lord of the Rings. Best joke so far? When Dave said he was happy with his life.
Dude, you don't have to. Why am I catching strays? I'm not even like I just got back, bro.
How's training
What
for
is this?
How's training for KOTD qualifier going? Good for my opponents. I'm building their confidence.
At least it was good content.
Good for them, yeah. Stay out of this, Dave. It's Nilly's time.
All right, so we got Malay against Mayans. The matchup.
Even the Ma matchup. Ma. Ma. Fitting for the Order of the Sheep, right?
That would be a ba.
Mayans.
Okay.
Malay.
So let's take a look at the maps here for both players.
Maps.
Shut up. Forward berries, forward gold as well, and that seems to be a trend for him. But Hera also has a pretty ugly gold here. He does have a nice berries bush behind. His stone and secondary golds are also kind of forward. What'd you say?
Berries.
Okay. Do you have anything to add to the map analysis?
Ooh. I mean, Dr. Strategy? No. Let's not do that.
It's actually Professor Strategy.
Oh,
so.
okay. Professor Strategy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I misspoke. Excuse-moi.
So, Civ matchup.
Do I have anything to add to this? Okay, a Civ matchup. Obviously, Malay changed in the sense that they get their armor for infantry for free now. And therefore, it feels like the French drush that we see a lot, works really, really well with them. You basically try to build 2 militia on the way to Feudal Age and arrive with 2 militia and a Feudal Age scout at the base of the opponent, and can use your timing with Malay quite nicely, and then most likely transition into archer ranges and try to find a timing in Castle Age. DauT probably tries to answer that with some militia himself, and then tries to follow it up with something like Skirm Eagle, if I know it out correctly.
Does DauT ever do the garrison thing for the TC?
No.
Like in big tournaments, does he do it?
No.
I haven't been paying it. Okay.
It's
never.
Shocking. Yeah.
Okay. So he's just always shooting.
Yeah.
The rhino.
In the past, even with deer, right? In the past, he used one technique where he right-clicked the deer, jumped into the town center, and then clicked back to work. But he stopped that some years ago as well.
How is that more efficient in any way?
Because you don't need to use the flag.
I guess so, but it's the same amount of inputs, right? And you have the risk of targeting the deer before you hop in the TC if it's within range.
Yeah, maybe. Ooh, DauT.
He's
Pop
going to
18
gold
archers.
already.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A bit too early though. Oh no.
Is he
Hera
gonna go for the
border.
everlasting drush?
Oy, oy, oy.
He wouldn't have built the mining camp first, right? It's just a weird mining camp timing.
Yeah, well, it's 19 pop archers without the mill, right? So he will actually skip the militia himself. Push the last ostrich in, last zebra for Hera. Both players quite greedy when it comes to trying to optimize their economy.
And DauT's going to come back, and he's going to find these 2 goats back here. It's going to be fine. And he should be clicking up shortly here, like you said.
Pop 20 even.
Prop 20 archers. What is this, 2014?
DauT would laugh, it's 2014. Oh, yeah.
Hera will be up before, he will click up before DauT, and he's going to have a 50-second advantage here with the Malay. So this is going to be a pretty rough timing here for DauT, as Hera already has that barracks, and he can create a few militia. There's the first one right there. Like Nilly said, they get the armor upgrade automatically. Hera comes forward, scouts DauT's base layout, and he's going to see this forward gold, and target has been acquired.
And he has to love that he sees the barracks now. Did he actually scout the barracks?
No, but he saw
didn't.
no mill on the berries, so that should tell him.
Well, it could be a pre-mill rush, right? But then you don't have the mining camp. Yeah, so he should know.
And
that has to be great because
score as
Hera
well.
is still playing without Loom, right? He queued it up behind Feudal Age. So 758 Feudal Age timing. Pooy-oy-oy.
Malay, no Loom, all combining there as he gets Loom right now. DauT will be in Feudal in 30 seconds. He's already got the barracks, but he's waiting for the archer range to come along, and these militia will have the armor already, which will make them difficult for the villagers to take down. DauT will go for a house there. It's going to push away that scout, but Hera's keeping the walls from coming down with that scout. And DauT is now going to be off of that gold, engaging against militia with his villagers, and he has to know that, like, Hera's long-term plan doesn't include these militias, so these are just for harassment. He's already been harassed.
And look at those walls in the back. Okay, one villager not making it in there. And
Oh no,
another one.
DauT!
Oh god.
I don't think DauT would be a very good Tetris player.
Well, not starting on level 2, yeah.
Yeah.
I think in level 1 he would be really good.
DauT queuing up some archers now. But his eco isn't looking super efficient. Gonna have to delete some of those walls that he painstakingly put down before. And he's off of the gold. His Hera now goes for big walls behind. DauT does have an eagle at the back of Hera's base.
It's really weird. Hera was walling with 3 vills before archer range, went horse color.
He's just gonna greet it out.
Yeah, that will be 2 skirms in the fast castle follow-up. Or what is this?
I mean, he doesn't even have an archer range, right? It might just be like, I can click up pretty quick, a Malay, get up to Castle Age pretty quick, and I think I can defend.
But you need
Until that
some
point.
units in Feudal Age, no? I don't think you can
know.
get Castle Age.
I don't know.
Oh, that's
DauT
too
is going to
militia.
think there's a follow-up here for sure.
What is DauT
But-
seeing?
He's coming across. DauT is coming across, so maybe he scouted enough with his eagle. He saw the walls start to come down on the right side, but didn't see the full walls yet. Hasn't seen anything on the gold yet, so that tells him that it's probably not an archer range follow-up. And he's just going to engage against a villager under the TC now?
Whoa.
Little busy on his own gold, I suppose.
Small losses
Losing a
there.
villager there.
And
there's
that's the
the
beauty
range
of
from
this
Hera.
rush, right? Together with the Feudal Age Scout, you're just doing so much damage. Villagers really struggling a bit as well. And DauT, is he losing a second will? Not impossible here if Hera wants to commit. And he does. Oh, that's so much value for Hera.
Yeah, just 2 militia and a scout. He's already killed 2 villagers. Delayed the archer production as well. Oh boy. And DauT can't come in because there's an archer range there now.
And just imagine the Eagle had 50 HP. Then
Yeah.
a skirm wouldn't do much. But now Hera, he just needs 3 skirms and he defends this. Although, problems. No, not for Hera.
Yeah.
God, he's
Hera'd
so
be
boned.
okay at Tetris. Just house walls behind. Calmly. He does not have a gold within the confines of his base here. They're all outside, so he's going to need to stretch out to that at some point. Like you said before, he's already got Horse Collar. He's already got the first wood upgrade. 2 upgrades that DauT is missing right now. And he's got 11 farms down already, so Hera's going to be really comfortable here. And the only way that DauT could, like, realistically do damage to Hera's base is some sort of YOLO push with villagers in a tower behind this. Because archers aren't going to cut it.
Okay, how are the golds for Hera? Oh, they also all at the front.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
in a really bad spot.
Yeah. The question is, does DauT realize that, though? He scouts all 3 of them, yeah, so he should technically know.
And it's still open at the back there for Hera. If DauT loops around this way, it's still open.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising to me that Hera, I guess he thinks the wood line is closing that off.
I think so.
Still.
It's a bit optimistic,
Scout.
yeah.
Scouting at the back here. So he might send a scout around that way. DauT's going to find it, and DauT's going to be like, okay, coming on in. Also harassing the gold, too. So DauT is distracting Hera over on this side. And Hera's probably just going to be focused purely on that army and not at the archers on the other side, but he notices it now with his scout. That'll force him into fletching, I think.
Yeah, but he won't mind that. Oh, actually. Does he have enough
Armor.
gold for fletching?
Doesn't. It's been kicked off the gold, so good job, DauT.
Only collected 19
Going into
gold
the
so
armor.
far. Oh.
And DauT adding a market behind this, Nilly. And he's a Mesosiv. So we might see a situation where once again DauT sells his entire existence to get to Castle Age and start spamming the Eagles. And he's got more Eagles on the way as we speak.
Especially if
Still
the
no
opponent,
fletching for Hera.
if you want to deal with eagles, you need gold. Mm-hmm. So this could be nice. Oh, did I just see DauT splitting here?
That was amazing. Oh my god. I think we're in a simulation. I don't think this is real life. He's in the market right now, so he can't micro. But he's got the Eagles on the way.
Whoop.
Watch that.
Oh, double. Nice.
DauT's up. It's a much better position than I thought he would be in.
Yeah.
I guess the gold positions for Hera kind of making life difficult for him, right?
And
And
I
try to
don't
be
think-
greedy with really exposed golds.
Yeah, and the move out with the skirms, I think, was extremely unnecessary. Like, he had 6 skirms moving through the map. If he just had, like, 2 at his goal, 2 at the top, he would be totally fine.
And he's still being denied it off gold here, Nilly. So if he wants gold, he's going to have to sell something with the market. And even with Malay, he's going to be slower up to the castle ages. DauT is continuing to run around. He's got the armor now for his eagles, which is going to make life difficult for Hera.
Oh, and Hera goes for scouts. But with Malay scouts, that doesn't excite me that much.
Another barracks coming down from DauT. It's going to be 3 for him. No surprise there. I've seen this a million times with him. Not afraid to commit onto eagles, that's for sure. And he's almost in through the wall. Uh-oh, Hera.
Hera, no reaction from him. Could have sold some stone, could have built a defensive tower at the gold as well. And that house is going down. Oh, DauT has to be love and life here. In 17 seconds, the eagles become stronger as well. Now it takes the fight. Low HP villagers from earlier. One will down. Opens
One will down,
again.
and he's just keeping this open. And, like, if you were to ask him, he's perfectly fine just keeping Hera delayed and distracted over on this side. I don't think he really cares about losing the skirms and the archers. As long as he's denying that gold for the time being, which is exactly what he's doing. Skirm's pushing forward with the scouts, trying to take out the eagles. DauT, maybe not the greatest place to hang around on that side, but he does have more eagles following this up.
Oh, I just lost 3 eagles without really attacking there. That really hurt him. Ay. Only fletching for Hera. Now goes for the second barracks. Hera plays longswords against the eagle.
Infantry. Ooh, and I get the armor for free, which is a big investment. This could work, Nilly.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Especially with Malay, there's a lot of synergy there. Did DauT, he scouted the other barracks. He saw the other barracks. So that'll give him a ton of information if he realizes.
Yeah. Also knows, okay, now you're heavily onto gold, so elephants probably is something you couldn't really afford. Now the question, what is DauT going for? Right now it's full eagles and more upgrades for his eagles. I think you need to add something else here, though.
Yeah. Very strange, right?
Oh, eagles in. Longsword count, non-existent though. Only first minute arm popping pretty soon.
And it's an elephant as well to supplement this from Hera.
I don't mind melee elephants at all.
And here come the longswords. Already have the +2 armor. That's so huge. They don't really need the attack at all against the eagles. He's got skirmishers defending, going for another house. As soon as he pushes this back, he can fully saturate that gold and start the production. And still no response from DauT. No response. It's just eagles.
Still plays 1 TC for now. Tries to find something at the right-hand side. Game is paused again. Triple barrack setup. DauT. Everything on gold here, as it looks like. Double lumber camp. And Hera, if he goes full longswords, especially with DauT's map, it will be really tough for DauT to defend here. He needs to come up with another unit.
Yeah, I don't understand. He paused as soon as he saw the first longsword. So maybe that was a... oh no, it was Hera that paused. His DauT is now trying to catch up to the scouts at the back. He's going to take out one. A little bit uncharacteristically sloppy there from Hera to lose those 3 scouts forward.
Yeah, he also had the villager losses earlier, right? Not probably the very best game he has ever played.
And there's the archers, finally, from DauT being added in.
How many archer ranges do we have, though? 1.
Just 1.
Without crossbow upgrade.
Yep.
And don't crossbows produce faster than archers? I think so, right?
I
So
don't
you
know.
want to have the crossbow upgrade. I'm pretty sure. So if you have if you want to go for crossbows anyways, do the crossbow upgrade first and then produce them.
And the fact that Hera has saved these skirmishers is so huge.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't send them out alone against the army from DauT. He's saving them. He's getting elite skirm here. So if DauT makes a tech switch into crossbows and Hera still has these skirms alive, suddenly DauT is like doubly countered. Great stuff there from Hera.
Yeah, really nice moves. Elite skirm, 1 armor upgrade only for them, but doesn't really matter right now. And those eagles, low HP, trying to fall back. Crossbow count still not crazy. And DauT buying some more food for himself. Price not that great. Actually has 300 food. What is he up to?
Adding more eagles.
I need more gold.
think you might buy a stone for another TC, maybe. He is outnumbering the longswords right now, but I mean, just like, look at that longsword, right? It takes out 3 eagles before it dies.
Yeah,
And it just takes so long to mass those. The skirmishers are being kept alive. Skirmishers have 12 kills. So Hera has found value with these skirms. And he's sending more and more units forward as he just expands his farm eco, playing 1 TC.
Oh, look at that stream of units coming in.
Yep.
Hera, this is such a great push by him.
Crossbow coming in, but the archers are dying. The skirmishers are looping around the other side. The eagles, I mean, they're losing so much HP against these longswords, and Hera's keeping these skirms alive again. And as crossbow comes in, DauT suddenly has no archers to upgrade.
Oh, man.
6 only on the field, and this gold is exposed again from DauT.
And look at that, all the crossbows down, longsword still shooting there, skirms diving in deeper and deeper. 17 kills on those now, longswords in the goal. This is looking rough for DauT.
Malay is looking like one of those civs that you just don't want to pressure with eagles from a mezzo opponent.
Yeah.
The tech switch into the longswords is so easy now with the free armor upgrades.
Makes it pretty sweet. You get supplies, you get gambesons. Obviously, attacking to longswords is so much easier nowadays as well. And if they have all the skirms, basically your answer to their answer is not really there. DauT is kind of forced into like scorpions here, but that's not pretty either.
Yeah, he goes for another TC. He did end up buying that stone. Or no, he's that stone at the back. He's maybe even thinking about another TC at some point. But it's like, how do you stop the pressure now? We look at the military count. 7 for DauT, 27 for Hera. He's getting arson too, so he can shred these barracks and production buildings. And there's the siege workshop. Scorpions. I don't know. Gonna be rough.
Not looking pretty for our Serbian here. This is the moment where Hera should probably buy back some stone and go for TCs if he wanted to play super safe. But this obviously is a show match, and he feels like he's far, far ahead, looking at the score, probably rightfully so. And I think he is trying to finish this game on 1 TC.
I think he can finish this with just longswords at this point, maybe. Mangonel coming out from DauT. DauT is going for a counterattack, Nilly. And he's going to show up at the gold, so that could be annoying for Hera. That gold has been a constant point of pressure there from him. Mangonel is out from DauT. Maybe some big attack rounds, potentially. Hera's in a rough spot. DauT misses that somehow.
2 shots completely, like 0 damage shots. Really surprising.
He just right-clicked, yeah. And now the archer ranges are being taken out. Already 3 barracks dead.
Those longswords can maybe even do the clear up there at home. DauT is trying to micro with the crossbows there. Still not going to be pretty. And yeah, so much burning. Now Gambeson longswords can even dive under the town center.
Yeah, I think he can even kill the town center. This is rough. We got 3 TCs for DauT. Maybe thinking a castle might save him. The counterattack at the other side. It did kill a few longswords, and it did distract Hera a little bit. But Gambeson's longswords now ripping through those crossbows. And DauT has none of his production buildings left over. If this keeps up, he's going to be housed pretty soon. And there's 27 longswords from Hera. Like, just go for the TC, I guess, if you don't see a Mangonel.
Yeah, but there should be a Mangonel at one point, right? And if you're super clumped up under the town center there, could be a way to throw the game, but just look at the score. I don't think there are ways to throw the game. Soon DauT is housed. Look at that stream of units.
Another archer range down. That is 3 archer ranges and 3 barracks that have been killed now from Hera, as Hera now goes after that
First time
he finally decides to attack round.
Oh, he misses completely. Oh, DauT.
No, Hera wasn't even moving, dude.
Oh, 3-1 for Hera.
He wasn't even moving, was he? He was standing still. I gotta watch that again.
Oh, that was too mean.
I'm watching it again.
Oh, got it.
This is play all 5 though. Hera's up 3-1. DauT had his moments there though. I thought there was no way DauT could pressure in Feudal Age there, but he actually he got some really good damage in on Hera. It was just Hera keeping those skirms alive. Maybe that was what was keeping DauT away from that crossbow switch for so long, is the fact that Hera had all those skirms alive. Keeping them alive and then getting a late skirm. I mean, by the time DauT techs in the crossbow to counter the longswords, you're toasted.
It just felt like those first 3 Eagles in Castle Age Eagles, they were just not really finding the damage. They went loop around here, lost all of them. If he can combine those, the push gets so much more scary. Poof.
Man, Malay. Free infantry armor upgrades, damn.
They're nice. Yeah.
Yeah. You think about any other civ trying to go longswords to counter eagles?
Nowadays you have some options, yeah. Vikings come to mind. Malayans come to mind. I can give you a good show match looking at settings with categories. And they can look at infantry civilizations. Bulgarians, Slavs. Slavs are, I think, not getting a lot of love right now.
Slavs are drafted, like, doesn't matter what tournament it is, Slavs are usually drafted at the back or not drafted at all. It's unfortunate, except for, like, BF.
Yeah, Rage Force had them, but yeah.
Even Nations Cup, like, even if you're looking at strong pocket civs, like Nations Cup, Slavs are drafted bottom line a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Lux used to love them.
Why?
I don't know. But when they came out, he played them quite a bit.
Okay. I was thinking, like, for the farming, and then I'm thinking Lick's not really a well-known farmer.
Yeah, but still. Use them for farms.
The old team bonus with Slavs is pretty nice.
Yeah. The deathmatch player in me loves them.
Yeah. Lix actually had the set against Austria. People always forget that Lix is he's not just an all-in player. Like, he can play standard really nicely. And if he needs to boom up, he can. Like, there was a few games where he's just going 5TC for the Chinese team, which is something you don't expect from him. But he gets to Imp, really good timing, Paladin. Or one game he was playing Sicilians, right? Goes into First Crusade and steamrolls. He's a pretty well-rounded player. It's just kind of, we all know him for the 2v2
yeah.
World Cup strats.
Yeah. That's where he became really famous again, due to obviously T90 giving him lots of love. And in KOGD qualifier, he just beat Magugu, right? Who is 2.6k right now or something?
Yeah.
So,
well, Lixon 1v1's a lot more conservative than he is in team games.
Yeah. He's like Chinese player, fully walled up.
Yeah, delete a wall at the back, sneak around with the archers.
Yeah.
No, it's exciting to see him doing better. He's underrated, I think, in some aspects. Maybe overrated in others, but underrated in some aspects of his play.
Yeah. Who did he lose to afterwards? Because he didn't qualify. ACCM, right? Yeah, 3-0 against ACCM.
Expected, though.
Yeah. I think Magugu against ACCM might be closer. I think Magugu against ACCM goes 3-1 for ACCM.
I think you're forgetting that Margugu is ACCM's son, Nili, so.
Oh, yeah.
I love that relationship between the two of them.
Baek is Gordon Ramsay's son?
Oh, have you? He looks so much like him. He's a Vietnamese Gordon Ramsay.
What?
You've never seen the comparison?
No. I obviously met Baek multiple times and he has never angrily screamed at me.
I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you.
No, I'm curious.
See the picture?
Yeah, I'm preparing it for the stream to then give my reaction.
Yep. See? Yep.
Just no, Dave.
How can you not see it?
I think if you said Gordon Ramsay is the British Baek, I would have said okay. But saying Baek is the Vietnamese Gordon Ramsay, no way.
But Gordon Ramsay is significantly older than Backed.
True.
So
Gordon
you
Ramsay
always
is
go
like
with the
really
older
old,
person
right?
first.
Gordon Ramsay is
He's in his
extremely
60s.
hot. 60s?
I think, isn't he?
Nah.
50s? Late 50s?
Late 50s, I would have said, yeah. But he's extremely hot for his age, right?
Okay. Okay, Nilly. Whoa, calm down.
Wouldn't you say so? Gordon Ramsay. Hotness scale.
56.
56, okay.
Yeah. He's got a wrinkle on his forehead for every year old that he is.
Well, I think he had surgeries. He looks too Botoxed up.
Okay. Anyway, we've got our game going, and it's going to be Malayans against the Sicilians. And this time it is Hera that has an unfortunate map generation. So everyone complaining for DauT before, Hera's going to get his turn at a map that maybe isn't that favorable. All of his woodlines over there on the left side. Forward gold, forward berries, and 2 forward secondaries as well.
But it's so easy to wall off the left side.
Yeah.
And then you just build like barracks in the front, archer range in the front, towards your berries. And I think your gold is defendable here.
Yeah, maybe.
Might have made it easier if you took the woodline in the middle of the 3. But I still think this feels very wallable. And he can only get attacked from like one angle, I believe. Well,
We
DauT,
shall see.
ooh, nice defensive gold berries. But he can get surprised so much easier. Like, he can get attacked from 3 angles, basically.
I'd rather take DauT space, especially if you're playing with Sicilians. You can just go for the donjon. You don't have to go for the barracks. And then you follow up with an archer range or a stable. You just go for the donjon on the gold, and then you wall up to the woodline. Right?
Donjon at the gold. And then... Like, what units are you going for?
Probably scouts here with Sicilians, or are you going into an archer range?
False.
That's your job.
That's my job. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just sounded like you wanted to do one donjon and then survive to Castle Age, basically.
No. But the donjon counts as the barracks now, the precursor to the stable and the archer range.
Still, it's so late then, no?
I mean, I guess. If you're just thinking about defending. You asked how to defend this base. I gave you an answer.
Okay.
I think DauT's base is still much better than Hera's.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay.
Cool.
Because it sounded like you were saying Hera's was much better than DauT's.
Would I ever? 4 on berries already from Hera. Is it 2022 or what? I've seen more people like stay on rhinos quite heavily and deer quite heavily, so that you decay less and then transition a bit more into berries.
Does make sense.
You even see people like go for 1 sheep and already get their first rhino nowadays.
Scouts are going to meet over on the side. Maybe DauT can take advantage of this. Going for the uphill hits. Who's going to win? Who's going to win?
DauT was
all
losing.
sorts of theories here. Sato's theory on this is that the player who pulls away is the player who's worse in the game.
Says the French guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's his theory. I had to keep it correct because I know there's other theories that the player who pulls away is the player that feels like they're better.
Yeah.
Like the better player in that matchup.
Yeah, the
But
Viper
Sato's
approach.
theory is,
Yeah.
Sato's theory is the player who pulls away is the one who feels like they're worse.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lots of schools of thought on that, you know. Entire wings devoted to it at Age of Empires universities across the world.
French School of Cavalry.
Mm-hmm.
Hera 5 on berries. This is simply a scout build order from him. Like scouts into skirms, while DauT might just play the same. And then we actually won't see ranged units in Feudal Age potentially. This might be full stable play.
Is DauT going to go for the dungeon first? Kind of looks like it, Nilly.
Next to the woodline?
He doesn't have any villagers near the gold, and there's a scout kind of prowling around there.
Okay, where are we building? Has 5 villagers.
Next to the woodline.
But is that really protecting that much?
I mean, you can garrison 10 vills in there, right? It's a good thing about a dungeon over a tower. You can fit more inside.
Mm-hmm. Not mentioning the Teuton example here, but yeah, okay, I agree with you. And it is in archery range, so this is really weird by Hera. Like, he arrives Feudal Age, has 400 food after double bid axe, and still goes for archers.
And now there's the stable from DauT.
Yeah.
He's finished pushing in that zebra. Is probably going to go back and push in another one, or is he going to choose to take a look at what Hera is doing? He didn't see a mining camp. All he saw was the barracks previously.
Might know the strategy from the timing. I don't know when he scouted. He's now sending... Oh, no, he's building a spearman. So he's actually expecting scouts. Where is he going? He's scouting the left corner of the map.
No, just not living up to our... not living up to our expectations, or no, I shouldn't say expectations. I should say predictions. What he's gonna do? Always subverting our expectations.
Okay, a scout fight now in the center. Still the low HP scout from earlier, and DauT only now gets the confirmation. No, still doesn't go. What is he doing? I think he is convinced that Hera is playing scouts.
Maybe.
That's how he plays, right? The spearman, double spearman, walls, and he will be so surprised. Huh.
He has still not seen a second scout, and he just sees that one starting scout roaming around by itself. That should be like a red flag for DauT. Mm-hmm. Where are the others? Hera would usually group them up, and now he's coming around to the left side. He still hasn't seen the range, still hasn't seen the people on gold, nothing, and he's finally going to spot the range, and he's going to be like, oh, okay, but I guess he's fully walled behind this. Hera is fully walled as well.
Yeah.
Big investment to wall up this map.
And this should be a faster castle timing from Hera.
Yep.
Obviously didn't need to invest into the scouts that much. Both players went for 2 spearmen. No fletching from Hera yet, only the wood upgrade. DauT obviously went for the farm upgrade, being Sicilians, makes lots of sense. And also DauT, well, took away quite some stone from himself that he could have maybe used if he wanted to use the market.
There's a lot of gold here for Hera, and not enough wood for market. Probably plop it down with what, like 5 vills? Buy his way up. Nope. There it is.
Does it
2
with
vills at the back.
2 farmers, 4 on berries, and we'll go towards Castle Age pretty soon. This will be a crazy timing, and a timing that DauT would expect. Like, Hera will reach Castle Age around 18 minutes.
Who hits the market first? DauT's going to have his complete before. He's getting bloodline. DauT's getting bloodlines now?
What? He's completely misreading that situation. See, still, there's no fletching. He will clear up that army, though, which is really nice.
Yeah, it will be nice for Hera's castle time. If he loses this entire army, it's going to be really nice for DauT.
And DauT knows
there's limited crossbows, but
DauT knows that Hera's up. He should cancel bloodlines. Like, DauT just bought food and sees the prices. He knows that Hera already bought food. I'm really surprised at how DauT is playing this.
He's trying to track this army in the center. There's 2 spearmen protecting that. Did he catch a glimpse of that army? I don't think he did, right?
Not what direction it left.
He's looking for it.
Oh, he thinks it.
And now the Bloodlines investment is completely like, it doesn't matter now because he can't catch the army.
Yeah.
He can't clear it up.
Double spearman,
Oh,
10
man.
archers soon. And this will be a solid like 2.5 minute difference when it comes to Castle Age timing.
And Hera's still going to have those archers alive. This wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if DauT had cleared up the 4 archers.
Yeah. And the 2
Because then
spearmen.
Hera only has 7, right? 7 crossbows, not going to do too much damage, but...
And no map
Oh, boy.
vision, all the control. I think Hera can even add a 3rd spearman here. Because that was a lot of scouts. And Sicilian bonus.
Okay, DauT will be attacking the walls here. That'll hold Hera at home for a while.
Well,
And Hera's going to loop around from the other side, from both sides on the scout army. Do you just go for walls behind this and then push forward with your archers?
I'm
Seems
actually
like it.
surprised that he is sending 2 archers back. Think he might open the walls and re-wall there. Really surprised that he has 2 archers at home.
Castle Age is on the way for DauT, but crossbow is in from Hera. Bodkin should be in shortly. He's got his farm eco sorted behind this. 12 on food now. That's enough to keep 1 TC producing, and of course he can keep the archer ranges producing because he got 10 on wood, 10 on gold. So it's only 1 archer range actually. Surprise.
Yeah. Well, he had to squeeze the timing right, use the market. Can decide if he wants to go for the 2nd archer range now or maybe add a town center and buy some stone back. And yeah, DauT goes for another wood line, but that wood line will also be reached by the crossbows.
Now suddenly nothing to garrison that dungeon nearby. Hera pushes in, but Hera's not going to go through the wall. Loop around to the other side, and DauT is getting the armor, and he's going to have 10 scouts here, Nilly, with the armor with bloodlines, and Hera's on 1 range production, so it could be a concern potentially for Hera if he doesn't notice these scouts coming in fast enough.
Dungeon shooting a bit as well. And I'm a bit surprised how Hera is out here and how is he sending the spearmen back. He just sent the 2 spearmen to get the other 6 crossbows closer there. DauT, is he looking to take the engagement? Now wants to get the upgrades first. Kills the 2 spearmen.
Half his scouts aren't attacking there, though. Half his scouts aren't attacking, and he took a little bit of damage. Still, he's Sicilian, so takes less bonus damage. Waiting for the +2 and waiting for light cav. And then once he has the +2, with this many light cav, I think if it's out in the open, he could win. But Hera's micro is usually on point, so we'll have to wait and see for this engagement. DauT decides to send them forward.
Did a knight. Cancelled the knight to get husbandry. 2 farms down already. And now the stable. Potentially for camels, but yeah, not the Hera approach. He likes to go for knights here.
Especially against Sicilians, right?
Yeah.
Camels don't feel like the greatest option. Really nice from Hera. He senses he can't find any value with these crossbows, so he's just going to pick off 3 farms. And now he's maneuvering away. DauT is coming back on the other side, and Hera's suddenly in a position where he could run around the wood lines, find himself some nice choke points, and still being, instead of just being out in the open against these +2 cavalry. So it's nice from Hera. And he's also got a knight in there to provide a little bit of a meat shield and meeting up with more crossbows behind this.
And DauT again, trying to chase the army down.
Can't see it.
Oh.
Yep.
Not splitting his light cav. Just moves in one full group. 1 light cav to the left-hand side now, but already missed them. And knights
Still
himself. So bad.
DauT is not as far behind as I thought he would be at this stage. With that fast castle time from Hera, all the map control that he had, the fact DauT didn't clear up any of those archers. And he's on stone right now, so DauT might be thinking about a little bit of a boom.
10 on stone. That doesn't sound like a boom to me. Could be a wild pressure approach here. Okay. Hera needs to be careful.
More knights on the way. Still only 1 range for Hera. No ballistics. He's adding in knights behind, but there's going to be a point where DauT's going to have enough to dive.
6 knights, 2 more on the queue. With 8, maybe feels like he wants to pressure this. Bit surprised that Hera still doesn't have a monastery. Maybe feels like too many light cav out on the map.
Nilly, is DauT just kind of pushing Hera away, building up knights until he can come forward with all these vills and drop a castle on Hera's face?
Well, castles still build faster, right? Not as fast as they used to.
And he's getting wheelbarrow too, so his vills are going to be faster moving forward. Wonder if that's intentional.
DauT will lose another farm. No heavy plow. Crazy how this KD is only 3-3.
If you plop a castle right in between that barracks and that house at Hera's base, could do it. But unfortunately, Hera, I mean, he's got 25 crossbows, right? His archer range has been working 88.7% of the time since it's been completed. So that's
sick.
Really nice production.
That's really sick.
Okay, DauT. Here it comes, buddy. 10 light cav, 10 knights, +2 armor. Forging is in. The castle will force Hera to take a fight. If you put it at the front, you just have to guard your villagers on the way there. And the villagers are on the way. They have wheelbarrow, Nilly.
But
they're going to be speeding their way towards Hera's base. But Hera is just diving inside of DauT's base now. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
And
uh-oh.
There's nothing. And it's walled at the other side. Oh, God. How many villagers can fit in the town center there? 15, leaving 9 out under it, and more villagers dying here. Oh, God.
And he doesn't have enough time to go towards that dungeon, but Hera's going to be very distracted here as the castle is going to come up on his front side. But, I mean, the castle kind of denies the gold. The army in DauT's base kind of kills the entire eco.
Kind of. Oh, God. Work efficiency for DauT below 25% now. Yeah,
people have become nomadic. They're now looking for a new home.
Oh, this is so ugly. All of a sudden, it was 3-3 KD, and now it's 15-4.
What's here for Hera to defend at his base?
He will have he will get losses for sure.
Yeah, and there is some knights here. He's got 14 in total, but he only has the +1 armor. And DauT's got +2, and DauT's gonna kill some villagers, and Hera's just kind of hanging out in the middle of the map with his crossbows. DauT goes for another TC. Hera is losing villagers here. He's losing knight numbers.
Simply the fact that he has 2 town centers, though, just means he can save 30. Now Hera took the fight for some time, just running around and let the town center do its job. Actually, he should have taken the fight in between the 2 town centers so that both of them can shoot.
The castle taking care of some of these knights coming back for the vills. Hera chasing away the knights from DauT. Hera's at 58 villagers. DauT is at 37 as Hera now once again comes back into DauT's base with these crossbows. Oh boy.
Hera now heavily on stone as well. Maybe wants to go for defensive castle. Maybe wants to sell himself a bit. He knows about the gold on the outside, but maybe feels like he can't control it.
And we look at the knight numbers for DauT. 6 knights only now. 6 knights. He's back on stone with a few, but can't continue the castle push. Feels like the only way that could have really done something is while he was pressuring in if he had enough stone for another castle, maybe. To put it like represent those TCs, but...
It also felt like he waited for 700 stone, then dropped off the villagers, and then went to the front. Yep. If he uses 10 other villagers from the farms, for example, and sends them through the middle, while we have 500 stone in the bank, I think the castle goes down to 1.5 minutes earlier.
You know, if you read DauT's villager count backwards, it actually looks pretty promising.
Okay, and if you read Hera's population backwards, it looks really promising for DauT. Okay, not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Almost. Those crossbows up on the fars, man. Hera can just sit those there and never worry about them, and it's doing so much damage just being there. Like, you don't even need to attack.
Oh, Mangonel.
Now the Mangonel comes out. Hera. Oh, big shot from DauT.
Hera eats one. Knight right now at the front. What's happening? Both at the same time. DauT, will he react? Mangonel's here, killing the Mangonel, potentially. And oh god, DauT not looking. He's only caring about the Mangonel, and now it's coming in.
Yep. All of the villagers underneath that town center are dying. He's sent knights in himself to Heraziko. DauT calls the GG, though. And Hera winning his 4th game of this show match. Very impressive stuff there from Hera.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like DauT had some potential there, but there were problems tracking first the archers and then tracking the crossbows from Hera. And then Hera managed to mass up a giant ball of range units that DauT couldn't engage against from only one range. And DauT had some problems for sure from that point forward.
I think he wanted to test something there with Sicilians. It's, just missing the army after all the upgrades hurt so much.
Oh, Hera, look at the total resources collected for Hera. We were so close, Nilly. We were so close.
Damn that Malian bonus. Why is it not 14.999?
Damn it.
1754 as a cast edge timing for Hera is really smooth as well. Honestly, like for 7 scouts with bloodlines, 20 minutes, 1 second is really competitive
pretty
as
good.
well. Yeah,
it's pretty good. I just have to question, like, why the bloodlines choice, right?
I thought he could take the
moment.
one good engagement and clear everything up, have map control, but Hera just poked and went out there.